Hold on.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We are live.
All
My
right.
name is Johnny, and this is the Johnny live with Johnny, and we got some special guests in the building today from the World Bushido Federation. First, we got Kyle Green. We'll talk
Hello.
with Kyle Green. We got George in the building, and we got Dexter Parker. Actually, I should have let y'all introduce yourself, but I'm gonna go around the round table here, and I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourself and just kind of what you guys do and what's your position in the federation. Okay. So first, we'll start with Kyle Green.
Well,
Kyle Green, tell us a little bit about yourself.
okay. Well, I am a martial artist. I'm a student of Sifu Dexter Parker of the Trinity Training Center there in Peoria. It's Monday and Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at the Dream Center, and I'm also working with George Hanshi, George Borjas here on the World Bushido Federation, and he has an announcement regarding me and the Federation soon. Today.
Nice, right here on this show.
Yes.
We're gonna get on this show. Okay, that's what I like. Some groundbreaking stuff. So that's what's up. We're gonna go ahead and just real quick. What do you got? What do you do like in Peoria as far as at the Dream Center? Because I know I've seen you down there a few times. And what exactly do you do down there?
Well, we study. Sifu Dexter Parker has his classes down there, and we study kung fu.
Oh, okay.
It's authentic kung fu.
Yeah.
The Kun Tao and Silat and the Hungar kung fu.
Yeah. And that's amazing
That's the
because I don't think
styles.
a lot of people knew that that's what goes on down there. And Dex, I didn't even know you was from Peoria. I thought I was talking to you from somewhere else. So
Yeah.
this is all good stuff that we need to know. That's what's up. So George, you're up next. If you could tell him, and should I call you George?
Yeah, please do. Is that I don't really be called by the rank, it doesn't go with me.
Right.
Name is George is, and I like to keep it that way. I'm the founder, CEO of the World Bushido Federation, and I've been in martial arts said over 50 years, different systems. Still, if you see, I'm wearing Danny's patch there. See, on the uniform. You see, if you can see it, and also you can see the logo for the World Bushido Federation.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, all I do is train, worry about how to grow the federation, improve my system, which is combat Bushido. Besides all the other systems, try to keep always open to everything, but at the same time keeping the traditional style, like we were talking to Sifu Parker, and don't make it a commercialized like everyone has nowadays. And
Right.
besides, I like to make the announcement that for the World Bushido Federation, Kyle Green is the vice president. He's the one running things right now. I'm not running it. I'm in the background, and I will
Yeah.
stay in the background.
Mhm.
The president was supposed to be with us, which is Danny Lane. For some reason, he's not on. But just so everyone knows, in the federation, if you like it, I understand. If you don't, I also understand, because we're not
Right.
gonna like everybody. But I'm not that way. To me, I like everybody. I don't have that problem, but I like to be real about things, and this is what Kyle and I were talking a little while ago. If I have something to say to you, I will say it to you.
Right.
And I would like everyone in the Federation to understand this. Be real. If you're not going to do something, just say it. There's no reason for anybody to get angry. And
Right.
it's mainly this is Johnny. This is one of the main things that the reason why I wanted to come on with you. was to make this clear that everyone in the federation should be real. Everyone, that don't pull your punches, because if I get in the ring with you, I'm not gonna pull the punches. I'm gonna pull them with some people because I'm not there to hurt anybody,
Yeah.
But I think that the same thing is like the word of God says, it's not what goes into your body, it's what comes out of your mouth that hurts people. You have the power, life and death, which is in your tongue.
Right. Man, that's
So
noted. That's
Yeah.
noted. And no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
No. Go ahead with introduce.
Well, a little bit more about you. I seen on your badge it had something about police training. What's that all about?
Well, look at it this way. Since I was a kid, I've been training in all different systems. Started with Taekwondo, then Warando, Kyokushin, then Shorin-ryu, Shotokan, Goju-ryu, Okinawan Kempo, American Kempo, Wing Chun Kung Fu, Hungar Kung Fu, and it's so many systems that I came to realize that at certain things, I know that this is going to be a little controversial, but people will not agree. There's certain things that will not work on the street. It just so happens that I lived in a country with, if you don't know how to protect yourself, either you're going to go get mugged on a daily basis or you're going to get shot. As a story, as I told before, I've been shot 16 times. I'm still here, praise God.
Wow.
I give praise God. I'm still here. And I don't know if you can see that right in the face. I was shot in the face. My face had to be reconstructed. Been shot in the head, and I'm still here. But I give all the praise to God. And this is like this meeting here. I will say that this is for God, so people can hear that God is real.
Yeah.
And everything that we go through, and I would say all of us, we're together for one reason. For the praising of God, and at the same time, to move the Federation into a new stage, to people to understand that the Federation, first and foremost, is God comes first.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to definitely get into something a little bit more of that. But let me pause here for a second before we introduce our last guest, and just let you guys know that we are streaming live on Facebook, and YouTube, and then we'll be in a couple other platforms, TikTok and things like that. So if you guys see me look away for a second, don't get nervous. I'm behind the scenes as well. Like we started, I was on lock, so I had to take it off lock so everybody can see it as we do it. So just know that I'm behind the scenes working everything. So really cool stuff so far. And next we have Dexter Parker. What's going on, Dexter? How you feeling out there?
I'm doing pretty good today. Thanks for inviting me here. And I guess I've been involved in the martial arts for about 45 years. Started out with judo, went to taekwondo, a little bit of karate. My kung fu instructor while working at Caterpillar years ago. So I'm located there at the Dream Center. I combat, self-defense. I teach self-defense to kids, but for the adults, it's combat. It's the traditional style. I don't really do tournaments myself. Never really got that. Just a different type of thing. My instructor was always telling us, hey, we do this live.
Dexter, you kind of break it up a little bit.
Oh, and we're, we train for life. This is a way of life for us, and we're faith-based. And the reason most people don't know that we're at the Dream Center is they wouldn't let me put a sign up. So I've been there for 20 years.
Wow. See, a lot of people don't know that. I mean, I think a sign would probably, because I know I go down and by there all the time on my way to the studio, and I just never knew
Yeah, we're in the big gym there, but nobody really knows other than what Kyle has been a great help in promoting the school by getting us out there in the social media. But
Mhm.
locally, we really aren't that known. And I think just because I don't really get into the tournament stuff, a lot of guys do that. I think some of them have the wrong idea of what they're looking for. But yeah, Kyle's been with me for I think about 5 years now.
Yeah,
He,
going on 5 years this year.
he's got
Wow.
he's got a
Yeah, I
heart.
wouldn't change.
Yeah, so he trains hard. He's got some, I would say, some physical issues that we've been working through, but we've actually seen some really great progress, and that's
Yeah.
the art itself. So, and his determination to train. So, and I don't really like talking about myself and all this. I like to train. I like to. If you want to see me move, that's where you're going to see me at school in public. I'm the shadow.
Okay. So, Kyle, how did you get into fighting and training?
Well, years ago when I was 6 years old, I first was introduced to martial arts through the art of Taekwondo with Master Rodney Crow
Yeah.
in Canton Martial Arts. Then there was a period where I didn't have a school, and then in 2019, that's when I met Sifu Parker here. I was volunteering at the Dream Center, and we were taking the kids around, going through, showing them the camp, the classes that was available, and I met him and his assistant, one of his assistant instructors, Gabe Reedy, and I was trying to find a school at the time, and what happened was it was between Sifu Parker's Trinity Training Center and a karate place, and I remember looking at his card, and I was thinking about it, and I talked it over with a gentleman named JoJo, Michael Winters Jr., and he had 2 free classes available, which he still, he does for everyone. And once I remember taking his class, I didn't want to stop. I wanted to come back.
Mhm.
And so I've been with them since
Kind of fell in love with it.
2019. And it's phenomenal. It's a great group of people. I encourage people to come by and look at it, take the 2 free classes, because you're not going to find anywhere else that is as, I want to say, serious about real, the life of martial arts. It's not just the kicking and the punching that Sifu teaches. It's a way of life, how to use it as a tool, how to do it so it affects everything that you do, everything that I do, because I'm connected with a man named Brian Yarborough, and a lot of people know him by Titus.
Mhm.
And everything I do, I always go back to 2 things: how does God want me to do something, and how does it work with the way of life of Kung Fu, and now with George here, the Bushido code. And respect is number one. Respect is number one with the Trinity Training Center. Respect is number one with the World Bushido Federation. See, that's one reason why I enjoy the World Bushido Federation, because it's mirroring what has already been taught to me by Sifu Dexter. And there's a lot of different places out there. There's a lot of different programs, and and I'm not knocking anyone, because everything is based off what the individual likes to do. But there's something special that I've seen with the Trinity Training Center and now the World Bushido Federation. And I encourage people to look at both. And you can be part of one and not the other, and vice versa. But one's based in Peoria, which is the Trinity Training Center, and then the World Bushido Federation is worldwide, international. They're ran by phenomenal people. I consider see, my dad passed not that long ago, and he was sick. Yeah, he was he'd been sick for a while, and what I found with Sifu Dex is a second father, really. What it means to be a student-teacher relationship. And I appreciate everything that I've been taught by him, because it's more than just how to protect myself. It's the fact that I can get up in the morning and actually go do something without thinking, make an excuse for something. Discipline is very important. I did that this morning. I got up this morning and went to the gym, and I got out of bed. I was like, my body's aching a little bit. Like, I ain't gonna go. So I just set my alarm clock to like 8 o'clock. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna sleep for another hour, then get up. And it's just something like my sister called me, and she was, asked a question, and that made me like, okay, let me get up and go to this gym. So sometimes it'd be like the powers that be that just, get you up, get you motivated. And I guess, George, like what you're the founder. What motivated you to get this federation started?
You know that back, let's say before 2007, since I been to so many different countries, and everywhere you went, it's like all those Sifus, Grandmasters, Senseis, Sabon Nim, Wachang Nim, whatever you want to call them, the teachers always say, no, my school is the best, my system is the best. And in reality, you can lose on any given day. No one is the best. There's always someone that is better than you, always. And there's no question about that. So I started putting together the good things from the different systems, the kicking, the punching, and I came up with my own system with Combat Bushido. And from there, I first started, and I formed with at the time it was called Bushido Warriors Federation. Mm-hmm. And as time came by, we kept changing, adding different people, had different arguments with different people in regards to the way that they taught. Because I'm not one that believes that children should be given weapons on the first class. I don't believe in that. I believe that you should take them at least 5, 6, 7 years before you put a weapon, especially a katana or wakizashi, on somebody, So just take the time and teach them the basics. After you teach them the basics, then start teaching them something else so they get better. All the forms help. Katas, pumses, whatever you want to call them, they help. But when it comes to, and I spoke this to Sifu Dexter, we spoke about it. We spoke almost an hour last time that we spoke. And in the street, there are no rules in the street. You're not going to tell somebody, well, you stand over there, you over there, you over there, and you back there. And you're going to run a kata on them. No. You're going to get hit with,
before they work.
Yeah, you won't be hit with everything. I've been hit with chairs, with rocks, 2x4s, and you have to be able to defend yourself. But if you go through the form, through the patterns that we are taught with the different systems, you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get physically hurt. Now, when you learn to adapt and you learn to have peripheral vision, things change because you see what's coming at you and what angle is coming at you. I was telling somebody, as a matter of fact, yesterday, that whenever I go someplace, I always sit with my back to the wall. So I'm able to see everything that's around me. And I learned this in the military. You know, all the time that I spend in the military, and then teaching military, teaching police, the same thing.
Yeah.
Learning, because most of
Uh,
them, a lot of times, I've been corrected by the chiefs and tell me, no, you teaching them too hard. I said, what do you think they're gonna get hit with on the street? With pillows? With feathers? What do you
right.
think? You're gonna try to hurt them,
Right. You
especially
gotta be
especially
taught.
when wearing a uniform.
Right.
It's like this. See, this is one thing that I was talking yesterday also, and I spoke to Sifu Dexter about it. This walking around with your gi on the street, you shouldn't do that because there's always someone that's going to try you, and it's always is disrespectful to your master, to your sensei,
Hmm.
to your shihan, hanshi, kancho, whatever you want to call it. It's
Yes.
disrespectful. Wrap it
Yes.
up after you're done. It's all sweaty. Sit down, wrap it up like we were taught. I don't know how people are taught nowadays, but I know how I was taught. I sit down, put my street clothes on, and fold my gi, put it in a bag, or wrap it with the belt. But I'm not going to be trying to show off in the street.
Right.
And nowadays, you see kids everywhere, even grown ups, wearing their gis on the street.
Mm.
You know, most of
Wow.
the time I said, nah, I keep quiet. I said, what kind of, I just wonder, I said, what kind of teacher do they have? And I think you agree with me with this, right? Sifu Dexter?
Oh yeah, for the school only, or unless we're doing exhibition or something. But usually you come in and you put it on. A lot of our guys, because we don't have currently don't have a change room, they'll wear it out to the vehicle and home, but they don't go to the store or go running around town with it. Because I told them, uh, I catch you, you're out. That's how it was with us. You couldn't wear that out in the street, and if you got caught showing off, there was a penalty for that. And a lot of that's
Oh,
not
wow.
taught anymore.
Mm. So you guys have
You
like you guys are teaching the basics, going back to the basics.
see that's what you have to learn first. It's the basics.
Hmm.
Once you learn the basics, you can add a little more. You keep adding one bit at a time. It's like I explained this to Kyle. It's not like you're gonna go. Well, I don't know if you remember this. A long time ago, they had it. It was called, and I can't really remember. This happened all over New York. We had almost 100 dojos that opened all over New York, and this guy was given black belts in 2 years.
Mm.
When someone that has been at it for 7 to 10 years and doesn't have a black belt, someone that shows up with a black belt, in 2 years and goes to an open tournament, take a guess what's going to happen to him. He's going to
Hmm.
get hurt,
Right.
really hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We got somebody else trying to tap in. We're gonna. They're not all the way fully in there yet, but
Yeah, I
we're gonna.
think it's Grandmaster
Dan,
Lane trying to log on.
Yeah. And then Dexter, we had you disappear. I didn't know you knew that skill.
Yeah, I
We had you
I
disappear and
lost
come
the
back. So
connection
that's
or something.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just put it back on. But hey, I wasn't sure how long we were going to be at this. I've got another engagement coming up. Uh, I'd like to ask permission to leave.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say before you get out of here, Dexter?
No, I think I trust Kyle with anything that needs to be said. If he doesn't know, then we could maybe talk at another time. But uh, uh, he knows pretty much what's going on there, and he's got a good idea of what it is I'm about, what I stand for. So I was with him, and uh, thank
Okay.
you for
Dexter, we
inviting
got
me. I wish I knew how long this was going to go. I would have made different arrangements.
that's okay. We got a bad connection with you. So we thank you for coming in, and we'll tap in with you later. We'll probably do it again.
Well, good to see you, Dexter. Hope that we can talk again soon. Uh, he's out. So
Yeah. Thank you, Sifu. Great
Yeah, I'm
guy.
still waiting on Danny to come in. But y'all, this is exciting. I mean, what you guys are doing and what you guys have put together, it seems really like it's gonna, be big, and it's getting bigger and things like that. I've seen you guys even being in a magazine or things like that. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, Kyle's the one that's taking care of that. But right now we're gonna be in magazines all over Europe. Uh, so far, I've given interviews all over Central South America. Been to different places. As I say, I went to Argentina, and I've been in Colombia, Ecuador. As a matter of fact, I was teaching the Presidential Guard in Ecuador. So we've been basically all over the place promoting the World Bushido Federation, because I think that right now we're one of the most complete and prestigious federations around the world. I know that there's others, but there's a difference about us. Not just all the grandmasters that we have, the movie stars, because we have some. Well,
Yeah, I've seen that. That's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
I
got
like that.
Silvio Mac that you've seen. We've got or Hanshi Silvio Mac, and Grandmaster Cynthia Rothrock. We've got the
Grandmaster Richard Norton,
Mhm.
Grandmaster Benny the Jet Urquidez. If you remember back from the 70s, early 80s,
Yeah.
Benny, he's still awesome.
Yeah. One of my
He
favorites.
And right now, I was talking to Master Cesar Valgao. He's something else. His
Yeah.
kicking is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
know, those are the type of people. Oh, we have one of the one that teaches all the stars, Grandmaster Regan Machado.
Yeah.
So we're all over the place, John. So far, and let's not forget Grandmaster Danny Lane, who been working over 31 years with Grandmaster Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
tell me, who doesn't know Chuck Norris?
Everybody. I'm gonna see if I can
See,
try to play this video, y'all, and then we'll come back and talk about a little bit more. Is that cool with y'all?
Sure.
yeah, no.
Borjas. Just want to say hello to everyone. Hope you're well. Um, Talking to you this time to see if you can support World Bushido Federation in every way that you can in social media. Give us your likes, join us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So this way we can get everyone that is available and that wants to be part of Bushido Federation, World Bushido Federation, and its our sister federations, so we can have a bigger, most prestigious, and most famous out of everyone. So far, we are the most prestigious federation worldwide. Right now, we're part of a lot of federations. I have to give thanks to Polanco Sensei, Golden Dragons Federation, and all the other federations. Grandmaster Danny Lane, Grandmaster Chuck Norris, and everyone, Grandmaster Silvio Simek, Grandmaster Richard Norton. There's so many of us, they're already part of this movement. This movement is to try to inspire and help people change so we can have a better world. I thank you and God bless you.
That was dope. I like that. Like
You know,
that. Yeah.
it's kind of funny to see yourself in that.
Yeah, I
You
see
know
your
the
face. I watched your face.
this symbol, right? You do know what it means, right, Johnny?
No, no, explain to us.
Those are the seven virtues of Bushido.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
It's not a complete circle. It has its cuts and all that to
Oh
show the
yeah, I see
different.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. In I have it mostly on all my karategi gis, uniforms, whichever you want to call them, because everybody calls them a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Taekwondo, they call them a dobak. You know, it's kind of funny. It's just a uniform. It's a training uniform.
Mm-hmm.
They're comfortable. Some of them are not. And with me, I like the color black. Right now, I'm having a new design coming up with the uniforms and kind of eliminate the belt system. It's just you will be graded as you grow, because the belt system sometimes uh, is so much business done with the
Mm-hmm.
belt. It's nowadays if you go from white to yellow, it's like $200. Plus, if you're gonna break, they gonna charge you $10 for each well piece of or wood or plywood that you break. It's not like when we were training you, you broke real wood.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that that I'm trying to not to make too many things, because I know a lot of people will get offended when I tell them that, because I watch everyone, pay attention to what they're breaking, and see the Grandmaster Danny Lane and Chuck Norris.
Yes. That's amazing. Yeah, keep on talking as we play this video. So what's the next step, y'all? For what's the next steps? What's next?
Well, the next step, we're gonna have a meeting where all the grandmasters will soon gonna meet, get together, and come up with a plan on how we're gonna be doing seminars all over the world. Not just seminars, competitions, and we're also trying to add boxing. And I thank KOK for being part of us. And I want to make sure that we add boxing to it, because boxing would bring us to another level. But it all depends. Like I was telling somebody also, there's too many belts in boxing. When I was growing up, there was only two federations, uh, the WBC and the WBA. Now you have the IBF, the WBO, and it's too many titles. Should only be one champion, and that's one of the things that we want in Bushido. We want to have one champion. Do the way we used to do, run a tournament that runs maybe 3 4 days, and at the end of those 4 or 5 4 days, we have one champion.
Yeah.
And these are plans, things that I have spoken to diff, the different grandmasters, and they agree with me. And the same thing applies to boxing. The difference with boxing is that we have to pick weight classes. As far as martial artists, I don't think that we need to pick weight classes. We just need to see who's better at it.
Right. Right.
Right.
And so
Like I
Kyle,
said
go ahead.
at the beginning, John, anyone can be beaten any given day.
Yeah, you definitely said that, and I definitely believe that. Kyle, tell us what your role is and what exactly do you do? Because it seems like you have
Well, with the World Bushido
big role.
Federation, I'm vice president, and my role is to help run things with the federation to be able to get us where we need to go. Obviously, in conjunction with other people, it's not that I do something and then the federation just does it. We got to be able to. It's got to be what's good for the federation. And what I've been doing with it has been try to get. You got me where I'm breaking the board. So we can reach as many people as possible.
Good job. Excellent. When you're ready.
Involved with the federation, so it's not just locally; it's international. We have the website worldbushidofederation.com
Excellent.
where people can sign up. Anybody, you can get a membership for $75, or you can get an instructor certificate with famous instructors' names on it for $750. The biggest thing I've been doing here recently has been trying to get people to understand who we are by creating videos. I focus a lot on the Bushido code, the way of life. These are inspirational videos because it's not just about, hey, join us. It's why you want to join and inspiring people. A samurai is one that serves. I am living that by serving. I serve. Right. I serve my God. I serve my parents, and I serve Sifu, and I serve the Federation. And it's all about making everyone understand that we need to get in a place in our lives that it's not about this person or that person, what somebody says, what somebody does. It's about doing your best and letting yourself shine the best way that you can, because we can do it together by being our best selves, be our best selves together, individually and together, and make the world a better place. The world, if you look at the amount of stuff that goes on in the day to day, it can get someone depressed. But we can it's not about how we let it, how we react to it, but how we respond to it. A lot of the things that I've been taught by Sifu Dexter is when you're, and also now with George, is when something is presented, you look at everything, you think about it, and then if it's worth your time to do something about, then do it. If not, move on and don't let it bother you, because it's only gonna waste your time if you're gonna let something bother you. Now, obviously, if a disaster comes and you got to pitch in and help, or you got to go to shelter, like with a tornado, that's one thing. But if somebody says something to you on the street and I don't think they've said something to you, and especially if it's not true, you ignore it, because a samurai back in Japan they never would draw their sword unless they had to, and if it was somebody just yapping, they'd ignore them. So that's what I encourage people to do. If somebody's bullying you and it doesn't make any sense, and it hasn't gotten physical, don't pay them any attention. Just keep doing you. Keep being the best person that you could possibly be, and because to quote my master Dexter Parker, to be a warrior, you must first be a person of peace. And I encourage people to read a book called The Peaceful Warrior. It's an amazing book. You got to be able to go through life understanding the right way to handle things. And in a world where people with social media, what has been called social media gangsters, and people send messages or people post something, or not everyone's going to like you, but you can't worry about it. You can't be like, oh, my whole world's falling apart because XYZ doesn't like this message or this video, or how I dress.
Right.
You
You
know,
gotta, yeah, kind of, you gotta kind of move on from that because it will
right?
depress you.
Yeah.
But
Looks like
I
we
told
have
you,
Danny
looks like
trying to.
Yeah, Grandmaster Danny Lane is right there.
Yeah, I see.
I'm looking for. I'm definitely looking for. So, yeah.
See, I was gonna tell you an anecdote right out of the book, right? That it says there's two monks. They're walking. There's an old monk and a young monk walking towards the river. When they get to the river, there's a beautiful woman there crying, and the old monk says, "Why are you crying?" He said, "Because I can't cross the river because I'm gonna ruin my dress." So he picks her up, carries her across the river, drops her, and keeps walking. The young monk starts, "How can you carry such a beautiful woman? How can you have touched such, And the old monk says to him, "I dropped her up the river. Why are you still carrying her?"
Mm,
It's the same thing with an insult. If you receive it, you know, otherwise just ignore it. Do you remember the old movie with Patrick Swayze, Roadhouse?
yeah.
You remember that when he was telling the guys, they said, they said, "What if they tell me that my mother's is a whore?" I said, and he just answered, "Is she?"
Mm,
These are things that should not bother you. Should not
mm,
bother you because whatever people say, it just bounces off of you, goes right back to them.
yeah. Yeah. You got
You
to
know,
tell the truth. I had a friend who got involved in a situation this week, and it was like, and I was thinking to myself, if she would have just, just ignored, or like you said, put in the back of your head, she'd be in a lot better situation. But sometimes we get caught up in those things, and it affects us. It hurts us more than it hurts them sometimes to feed into
But,
that.
if you ignore somebody, it will affect them a lot more than it'll affect you.
Hmm.
It's a matter of what you decide to do with it. The
Hmm.
same thing. If I give you a gift, and you just look at it, who does
Yeah.
the gift belong to? Who does it belong to, Kyle?
It belongs to no one.
It belongs to the giver, not
Oh, the
to the
Hmm.
giver.
one receiving. If you don't accept it, it still belongs to the giver. Whether
Hmm.
it's a gift, whether it's an insult, and you can apply it to anything in life.
Hmm.
It's not it's how you take things. Whether you decide to take them personally or just ignore it. You
Right.
know.
Right. No doubt. So, man, I was hoping we could get Danny in here. Because we are getting to the 10-minute mark. Hopefully, he pops in and we can say something to him real quick. But tell me something about the Federation that I don't know. Tell me something that, because we're going to chop these things up. We're going to put something on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So it could be, well, first, tell me something about the Federation. I'm going to go start with Kyle, and then you, George, is something kind of short. And then I want a positive quote from both of you guys. So, we're gonna start with Kyle and just tell us something about the Federation that we don't know. That if I was interested in, that would just get me excited and be like, yeah, I gotta join. So we'll start with you, Kyle.
Well, one of the things that we're planning on doing is holding seminars, and these seminars will be featuring people from the Federation. That if you go to the official Facebook page or the website, you can see who they are. There's some of the biggest names in martial arts. Who wouldn't want who wouldn't want that? To be able to be personally trained by these people. And then if you look at signing up for us, we're getting ready to have a video sets that people can uh, continue to learn from them. So you know, so it's a who's who uh, of martial artists, and there's a lot of good that there's a lot of stuff that's great about it. It's not just we're here. There's things that's being done. There's things that has been done, and it's 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 going to be, even greater as the year goes on.
Okay, cool. And then George, let's go with you, and then something that just tell me something exciting about the Federation.
This is one of the things that Kyle just mentioned. We plan to have online classes. Right now, one of the last persons we have Grandmaster Billy Blanks, and then we have our president Grandmaster Danny Lane. You know that is he has a whole bunch of over 150 videos with different techniques. I was just watching some this morning, and these are the things that people will learn with the Federation, which will not be found anywhere else.
Okay.
Yes.
Now introducing Danny. What's up, Danny? Can you hear us? We can't hear you, Danny. You must be muted.
I say having technical difficulties.
They would need to connect their mic before you can add them to.
Well, like I said, everything that we do, and Kyle already said it, and just so everyone knows, Vice President of World Bushido Federation is Kyle Green. He's the one in charge right now. He's the one, and the president is Grandmaster Danny Lane. So that being said, and in Asia, we have Soulstar Omidi, Mike Taiboran, awesome brother when it comes to fighting, and he is a beautiful person, and in every way. It's just certain things with everyone that we need to learn to deal with, and this is what the Federation is going to teach you: how to deal with the different people, with the different attitudes, aptitudes that people have. And that everyone has a different character.
Yeah.
So this is something that we will teach you how to control.
Yeah.
And how to manage your time also, as far as working out. Let's see, Hanshi Silvio Simac and that guy is fantastic.
Yeah.
He's been in most of all the undisputable movies.
Yeah, I met him. We had a podcast with him, and it went really well. I met him, and seemed like a real awesome guy. Tell me about eating right, just right off the top, off the podcast. Tell me about eating right and stuff like that. And I told him I hopefully one day want to get a 6-pack. He just gave me some tips, some food tips. So, like that's amazing. So what you guys teach is not only about fighting, is about life and things like that too, and how to be disciplined. And I think that's an awesome thing.
Well, Johnny, if you see that, most of the logos I put a unique way of life. This is a way of life, and there's no two ways about it. It's a way of life. This is something that you have to learn to apply to everything you do.
Yeah.
When you eat, when you walk, it shows when you're a martial artist. The same thing when you're a soldier. When you're a soldier, you can see it.
Yeah.
And then, since I know that we're running out of time, I want to thank you for having me. Thanks, Kyle, for this. And we will talk later, brother. And Johnny, that I'm always available in case of anything. And pretty soon, you'll be seeing a lot more of us.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Did we I don't know if we got did you get your, okay, so let's see. We got Danny. Let's see if we can get Danny in to say something now. What's up, Danny? It seems like your mic is still muted. Can you unmute your mic?
Can you unmute your mic?
Let me see if there's something I can do. Well, okay, let me see. Unmute. Can't unmute guests because they chose to mute themselves.
Can you hear us, though, Danny?
No, he can hear us.
So we announced. So did you get your announcement in, George?
Well, the announcement is I want everyone to know that president of World Bushido Federation is Grandmaster Danny Lane. The vice president is Kyle Green. As far as I'm concerned, I'm in the background, and I'm just the founder and CEO.
So we
The
got the
rest,
president and vice president and the founder in the building. That's major. Some heavyweights right here.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys for coming in. We got to do this again, y'all. Get everybody's mics right, get the sound right, make sure everybody's unmuted so we can talk to everybody. But it's just truly a blessing to have everybody here. And I want to thank y'all for coming in and telling us about the Federation. It's exciting. I think more people. Oh, he found his microphone.
it's your mic, Dan.
He didn't have it plugged in. Oh no.
Well, God bless you guys and everyone that's watching you. Thank you for the time that you made for us. And this comes from the World Bushido Federation and myself. Thank you. And whenever, if you're able, invite me again. I'll be here.
Yeah, we're gonna do more. We're definitely gonna do more.
Okay.
So,
hey, you guys have a great day and take care of yourselves.
You too.
All right,
Thank
you.
Thank you.
All right, see you later, Kyle. See you later, Jorge.
All right. Hey, I don't know, Danny Lane. I think he's had technical difficulties, but he's a great guy. We appreciate him. I appreciate Hanshi, George. I appreciate Sifu Dexter Parker. I appreciate the World Bushido Federation. I appreciate the Trinity Training Center. Make sure you go to worldbushidofederation.com to sign up for the World Bushido Federation. Go to PeoriaKungFu.com to learn more about the Trinity Training Center. Go to our Facebook page, Trinity Training Center on Facebook. Go to World Bushido Federation Facebook page on Facebook. Find out what we're about. Watch the videos. Look at everything. Make your decisions. And if you want to join. I appreciate everything you do, Johnny. You're an amazing person. I appreciate you allowing us to come on, giving us a platform to talk. Well, you're part of the World Bushido Federation. You're a member, and it's really going to be amazing as the year goes on. What we see, how we see things, how we do things, and but it's a great journey. I love the martial arts, everything about it. I've grown. I give a lot of credit to Sifu Dexter Parker. I give a lot of credit to Sifu Eddie Parker of Soka, of teaching me the traditional martial arts. I give credit to Master Rodney Crow and his wife for introducing me to martial arts. I give credit to Hanshi George Borjas for continuing help teach me. I give credit to my mother, to God, and of course a big shout out to my big bro Brian Yarborough Titus, because he teaches me the way of the business. I shout out to Mr. Gerald Glass. He taught me business skills, but at the end of the day, it's about being yourself, being true to yourself, doing what you love to do, and doing it in a professional, great way, and things unfold, like they're meant to be. And
cool. All right, well, we'll get out of here, wrap it up. Well, thank you for coming in. I hope next time we can get Danny Lane in here. We got to do this again and try to see if we can get him in, make sure everything is right with him.
Yeah, definitely. He's a great guy. So thank you. Appreciate it. And
All right, y'all.
Talk to you later, man.
All right, y'all. We
Peace.
out. Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. We're gonna be doing more things like this. World Bushido Foundation. Definitely gonna be tapping in with them more. And we out, y'all. Thank y'all for watching.